Hi everyone, welcome back to my painting and airbrushing tutorial with the Master Grade Sinanju. Now this series is getting on for a bit now, so if you're new to this series or you just want to see what's happened before where I do a lot more explaining, then the easiest way is going to be clicking on my name where you'll get to my YouTube channel, and if you scroll down onto the right hand side you'll see here I have various playlists, and if you click on the tutorials you'll see the rest of this series. The other way, of course, is I'll have links directly in the description to the rest of the videos. Alright, so it's been a while since I did a update to my Master Grade Sinanju, and here we go. This is what I've got in the meantime. It's the completed backpack and propellant tanks for the Sinanju. Now, what I'm going to do in this episode is I'm going to use it as a bit of a summary and recap to some of the things we've been talking about. So the pre-shading, the actual base coat and the post-shading and all that sort of stuff, as well as introduce the next part of the series, which is going to be panel lining and edge highlighting. And I'm just going to use this as a demonstration to talk about all those things in one go. So for the first part of the video I'm going to talk about how you can achieve this effect where you get the pre-shading as well as the post-shading, the highlighted areas that you see here. And in the latter part of the video I'm going to show you how you do something called panel lining, which I'm sure most of you know, but also things like edge highlighting here, where you can see I've really darkened up some of the areas to make it stand out even more. So now I'm working on the backpack, and these are all the red pieces that you get. I've taken out the thrusters and the white parts, and also the propellant tanks to do for a later date, but for now I'm just doing all the red pieces. And really, just wanted to show off these parts because they're a little bit more intricate with some of the pre-shading that can be done. So just another good opportunity to show you guys, another example of how you might go about doing some of the larger, more interesting pieces. So I'm just going to pan the camera down a little bit and show you guys in a little bit better detail. Okay, so hopefully this is in focus. So this is the main binder. Let me just get this locked, 1 second. So this is the main sort of top half of the binder, and what I'm doing with this one is it's quite a large piece, as you can see, and what I'm doing is I'm just lining out the edges as well as the underside, and I'm going for a bit of a kind of an afterburner burnt effect towards the end of the tips of the binders where the thrusters would come out from. So that's the reason why this back area here has got a bit more shading than anywhere else, and also on the top, if I can just get it angled. So the idea is that they give it a bit of an afterburner effect, really. And then of course it's the same on the other side. Now you'll notice that these two aren't exactly uniform, but it really doesn't matter, as I've explained. Having a bit more randomness in it all kind of gives it a natural effect anyway. So that's what I'm going for on these pieces. Okay, so we'll put these back. And much of the same thing with these. These are going to be on the underside, so they're going to be more sort of this way. And it's the same thing, really. So once again, from this side, you'll be able to see a little bit, perhaps, when the model's put together. So I've just darken this inside area, so it gives it a bit more of an afterburner effect, as I say. And then even the two little raised bits, I've just darkened those as well, so that it picks them out a little bit better when I put the colour on. So other than that, then all of these pieces are pretty standard fare, really. So I've already explained all these. pretty self-explanatory. So yeah, so we'll carry on and we'll see how we do with this binder area. Okay, so I'm pretty much done with these binders, and I'm fairly happy with the way the colours come out on them. I've got the simulated afterburner effect going on at the sort of tips of the binders. So no, it looks pretty good to me. The only thing left to do is I'm going to take the opportunity just to put a few more of that post shading with the fiery red orange coloured highlights. So I'm just going to go over a little bit more just because I can, really. So alright, so again, you really don't need a lot of this, so let's just see how that looks. That's pretty good. So you may not even be able to pick this up on the camera because the two colours are fairly similar, but to the actual eye, then you can see pretty well actually. But hopefully I'll try and pick some of this out for you later in a later video. But the important thing is to not overdo this too much, because you still want the original red to show up. So try not to go over the red area too much, just in the centre really. And that is pretty much done.